back again with another video, and tonight's video is, well, I'm going to do a cider review. It's been a while, been a long day, been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I'm absolutely shattered. I've done my 4-mile run, I've been in the garage, did a good workout for 20 minutes, and I think, yeah, I really fancied a cider. I've not a cider for a while, a good cider for a while. So Recorded League Passion Fruit, I will give you a review on this. Now tonight's video, and I was going to do this either tomorrow, tonight or Friday, but then TNSAFC beat me to it. So pop over to TNSAFC's channel, subscribe to the lad, check out his video on his Sunderland starting 11. Now my starting 11 is exactly the same as TN's starting 11, so there we go. Please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video, and that's the end. I'm only joking. Right, so the cider review. Yes, passion fruit. And also, if you do like the intro to me videos, give us a like on this video. If you dislike the intro, if it's not your kettle of fish, dislike this video. I'm not bothered people dislike the videos. I couldn't give a flying toss. I'm not bothered one single bit. So if you dislike the intro, let's get a little bit of communication going here. Dislike the intro, dislike the video, like the intro, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new to the channel. So we're going to do my starting 11. Now, I appreciate Tane's SAFC's starting 11. Good, knowledgeable Sunderland fan. Subscribe to his channel. I do like watching his videos. You know, he's a friendly chap, good lad. But I'm going to go for something different. Now, for me, last season, I'll have a little drink of this first. Let's have a go. Nice passion fruit. First one of the week and last one till Sunday bunch on Thursday. No, SAFC Fan TV tomorrow night. I'll have to stay on the water for that one. We'll only have to have a couple on the weekend. Right, so, one of the biggest bugbears, I don't know why I'm still holding the bottle opener, for me, is when managers are set in their ways, stuck in their ways, and they won't change a system, even if it starts not to work out. Last season, it started off Phil Parkinson, and he didn't do very well at all. Then, he had the system where the wing-backs were rushing teams, were in people's faces, and we're going for it with Chris Maguire, with Gooch, and we're giving it, you know, and at half-time we were 3 up, we were 4 up, we were doing really well. We hammered Lincoln, we hammered Wickham, and teams didn't know, you know, what day it was. We were all over the park. Every player was playing their part and we're rushing them. By half-time, the game was over. Now, where the teams started to figure out what we were doing on our A game, or whether it was Bailey Wright getting injured. Now, I can't just say one player stops the whole team from playing. That's absolute crap. Absolute rubbish. One player gets injured, you're not as strong, but you don't go from, you know, winning games comfortably to falling to bits. So Bailey Wright went out, so that's one excuse people can use for the team losing and starting to sort of crumble towards the end of the season. Now, the other reason for me is teams figure out Parkinson's A game. Now, I want to see a manager come in with different tactics. I want to see him play, you know, his wing-back system. And also, if teams figuring it out, change it. Mix it up a bit. Do something different. And that's what I'm going to discuss tonight. My system is not the wing-back system. The team I will put out will be a 4-3-3. I mean, how many times have we seen managers come and go because they're stuck in their ways and they're stubborn and they don't want to change something, even if it's plain as day that it's not working. You've got to try and have a plan B. Now, for me, the team I will put out there is as such, as the moment where it stands with the team we have. We're not going to get many more players in. We know we're not going to get many more players in unless something happens with the ownership at Sunderland. That's a nice Swedish fruity cider. Quality cider. You get 2 for £4. In goal, Burge. We all know Burge is in goal unless, of course, he's injured and we only have Patterson. So Patterson might have to go and goal. But Burge, for me, starts. Patterson on the bench because we have no other goalkeepers really at this moment in time. Now, in defence, right, centre-backs. We don't have to have Flanagan as centre-back with 3 centre-backs in this wing-back system. The 2 centre-backs that we have there now, Jordan Willis and Bailey Wright, are strong individuals, quality centre-backs that don't need to be having to have 3 there to carry the centre-backs, to carry the defence. They're good enough on their own. We didn't have 2 centre-backs like this working well under Jack Ross and when Phil Parkinson first came in. So that's why, for me, they were always toying with 3 centre-backs because they weren't strong enough on a duo centre-backs. Now, Jordan Willis, for me, could make captain, and Bailey Wright, for me, should be captain. Both captain materials, both leaders, Both can make a great partnership. They had great understanding last season. Them two together on their own would, for me, be fantastic in defence in League One. Absolutely brilliant. So for me, they're the two centre-backs. Now, we all know we're going to have Luke O'Nien as right-back and Conor McLaughlin on the bench for me because we need that. I agree with Tin on this one. I mean, Conor McLaughlin can't be as bad as he, otherwise he'd be gone by now. Can it be that bad? He's had one or two bad, anyway, it's not one or two bad displays, but he's been all over in defence. He needs settled. He needs to be settled for me, and on the bench for me it's cover as right back. Now left back, obviously Denver Hume, but I want to see these two, the right back and the left back, actually defend. Don't bomb forward every single time they have the ball. We need to defend. We need to keep clean sheets. That's what we need. We're always going to score goals. The most important thing, we've got the centre backs there that will, soak up the pressure if there's any. But we need the right back and the left back to do their job as well. They can go forward at times to put the team, or the opposing team, opposition, in a bit of pressure, but someone needs to cover. But the prime objective of defenders are to defend. So for me, the three midfielders, I would start with Max Power, and I would obviously release the shackles off him, give the captaincy to Bailey Wright, and let Max Power play his midfield role. Let him play the game at supplying the forwards and going forward more. Then we have Josh Scowen, the rat who's going to break up the play from the opposition. For me, he's going to be that player in the centre midfield who's going to be in the centre third. You got your forward, your back, and you got the centre bit. For me, he stays there and he breaks up play. He gets the ball forward, and he supply your power, and your power gets the ball forward. And then you got also, I want to see Elliot Embleton come back in. He's going to be an absolute fantastic player, a star in the making. So long as touchwood, he can stay fit. There's no reason why a lad of his age, with the speed and the talent he's got, you could have a fantastic season. We just need some luck. Absolute luck with these young lads not getting injured. Now, for me, that's my three the three midfielders. And then the three up front, I bring Chris Maguire in. For me, he's my favourite player. You have your Luke O'Niens, your Willises, your Bailey Wrights, yes, but I'm a big Chris Maguire fan. I like his personality. I like his attitude on the pitch the majority of times. I like his persona. I like the way he gets the crowd riled up. I like his passion. He gives passion on the pitch. It looks like he gives a toss on the pitch. And he gets in people's faces. And when young ones and other players are not sort of performing, he's getting their faces too. So he's a player you could have on the pitch. Now, obviously, Lyndon Gooch has the speed and also has the ability. And hopefully now, as age will come, he will learn to pass the ball and not hang on to it as much. So Lyndon Gooch, the same as last year, them two work well. But then we've got Aidan O'Brien. Now we're going to start Aidan O'Brien as well because he's had championship experience and he scored 13 to 14 goals in League One when he played in League One. So for me, it's 4-3-3. If we don't do the wing-back system, and I wouldn't always play that system, I like the 4-3-3. And now we have two good central defenders who can actually defend in Sunderland's defence. We should be keeping clean sheets this season, and that's it. And for me, that 4-3-3 system, we should be winning games. Now, on the bench, for me, the worst player that bugs the life out of me, it's joint. Charlie Wyke, bugs the life out of me a lot of the time, because with him just like losing the ball, not jumping for headers, he kind of jump 2 foot off the ground. And Will Grigg, last season with his attitude, it was shocking. It stunk. It was, a lot of time it did stink. It was awful. I'm hoping if he's staying at Sunderland this season and he settles at Sunderland and he moves up to Sunderland, he's got his mind, he's 100% mind on the game. He was in the huff last season. He didn't want to come to Sunderland last season. He settled in Wigan. His family's in Wigan. He wanted to stay in Wigan. And I understand that he was brought away from where he wanted to be. And I can kind of get that. But I don't get this season if he's still here. If he's still here now, because he wants to be here. Simple as. If he didn't want to be here, he would have told the boss, Phil Parkinson, and he'd be gone. Because he wants to be here. And if he wants to be here, he should be living up here with his family. And he should be committing 100%. And I think we'll see a different Will Grigg given the opportunity and the service. And I think with a 4-3-3, he might be given the service. Because when Aidan O'Brien tires, for me, Will Grigg comes on. Or vice versa. If Aidan O'Brien's not performing, Will Grigg starts. So that's my team. And obviously, on the bench, your Jack Diamond. I think it could be a quality player in midfield. You got your Benji Kimpayokers, you got your George Dobsons, your Flanagans, your Conor McLaughlins, and obviously we need another left back because it's not rocket science. And if we don't get one before the season starts, then there's something seriously wrong, not just with Stuart Donald, but with Phil Parkinson. If Phil Parkinson goes into a season with only one left back, then what are you doing? What are you doing as a manager to let that happen? It should be uproar. Never mind being a yes man, the Stuart Donald or whoever it is. If anybody that even comes in and takes over Sunderland, is this all just a big smoke screen? Because for me, never mind your end of years, if somebody different was coming in to take over Sunderland, somebody, your big Americans, your Mr. Hughes, and all of these, even your Michael Greers and your different consortiums and this, that and the other, something would be leaked out somewhere and would hear about it before the actual takeover took over. So for me, it's in-house, and it's disappointing if it is. But there we go. So there's the video. That's my team I would start. And again, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So my player, when actually on the pitch, is Chris Maguire is my favourite player. And the player that's the biggest disappointment, the player that let me down last season, just watching his demeanour at times, was Will Grigg. So who's your favourite player? Is it your Luke O'Nine's, your Chris Maguire's, your Tom Flanagan's, your Flappy Flanagan's, or your fantastic Flanagan's? I'm sure Mr. Flanagan, I do wish him all the best this season. He will be fantastic. So again, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel and enjoy the rest of your week. And oh yes, what's happening this weekend? Am I going on the drink? Am I going for a run? Sunderland are playing Gateshead. Yes, a Gateshead and a friendly. And it's a good idea. Nice and local. Get a bit of kick around with Gateshead. Gateshead aren't that far behind Sunderland, to be honest. Only one division in between the two teams. So when people say that, oh, we should be playing bigger teams, better teams, we don't deserve to play those teams unless we're in the Championship or in the Premier League. We're in League One. We're not a very good side. We can't even afford to pay £1 million for a player because we're in League One. So for me, let's have friendlies against Spennymoor and Gateshead. Let's get Spennymoor on. Let's beat the black and white. Right, there you go. Thanks again, and I'll catch you later. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. If you're over the ages of 18 and you do like a cider, that one there is one of my favourite ciders, Recorder League quality make. They could say on the advert for this, it's a taste of paradise because it's passion fruit paradise. The taste of paradise. We never heard that before. Come out with some good slogans, don't it? The taste of paradise. They should use that, Record League. It's a mad world.